Future technology may not only create a world of flying cars, but also a world in which many of us can live in space. Many people have talked about moving to other planets or to the moon. It's easy to imagine that we will one day do so, but will we be able to make those plans happen? We are surrounded by problems that seem almost impossible to solve. How do you feed 9 billion people? How do you provide them with water and air? How do you manage the energy needs of all those people when many parts of the planet are either too cold or too hot for human comfort? How can we move those people from place to place? And how can we make them productive members of society? We can't answer these questions yet. But if we move ahead, we can take some steps towards solving them. For example, it seems possible to create artificial worlds in orbit around the Earth. Those worlds could provide all the necessities of life for several 100,000 people, and they could be protected from the worst threats of space by an effective shield. Such a project would be immensely expensive, but it could be built at low cost using materials mined from the Earth. And if we ever did find alien life, the colony could be quickly converted into a second home, where we would find friends instead of enemies. Of course, if we do go to space, it won't just be for ourselves. We can also bring with us a large number of children and offer them a new home and new opportunities. The children can be born there, raised in a safe place, and returned to the Earth when they're old enough to look after themselves. Some people say this would be a selfish thing to do. It would be better, they say, if we continue to live here on Earth. We'd be safer, they claim. If we leave the Earth, we'll just open up space for others, and they might be hostile aliens. These claims don't make sense. It's true that if we build a colony, others will be able to follow us to the stars. But so what? If there are hostile aliens out there, we will be in a much better position if we're not on their planet. So we should expect that there are hostile aliens out there. If they attack us, we can always flee to our colony. The same goes for the possibility of an accidental nuclear war. If we build a colony, we can still flee from any disaster. And if a disaster strikes our colony, we can escape from it too. The only way to prevent accidents is to stay here on Earth. It's true that some people think we should stay on the Earth and make the world as safe as possible. They think the best way to accomplish this is by restricting technology. But there's no reason why we shouldn't continue to make progress in science and technology, as long as we are careful not to do anything irresponsible. And the more we learn about our world and our universe, the more possibilities open up for us to solve our problems. Imagine that. One day, we find evidence of an advanced civilization that has already solved our problems for us. Maybe they've already discovered the secrets of eternal youth, or the fountain of youth. Perhaps they have solved the problems of food supply and water supply and found a way to move large numbers of people across the planet without spending much energy. We might be tempted to ask these advanced beings, how can we live like you do? But that wouldn't be a good idea. We wouldn't know what they really want us to do. So we would have to do whatever they tell us. If they say, live like this, we will live like that, even though it might not be the best thing for us. I'm not saying that we should stop looking for solutions to our problems. But it's a mistake to think that if we discover a solution, it will be perfect. No matter how advanced the civilization that creates it is, they will inevitably be limited by their own understanding of nature. There will be things that they don't know, and problems that they haven't thought of. The people in this advanced civilization will see that there are some problems that they can't solve, and some solutions that are too risky, and so they will invent new technologies that will solve some of those problems. And they will solve others by learning to live with the risks. And so it will go, generation after generation. For thousands of years, humankind will make progress by gradually solving the problems that were left for us by the people who came before us. And then at some point in the future, a new generation of humans will look at their world and find that it is not what they'd hoped it would be.